This is gonna be crazy if we pull this off.
What's up, guys? So today in this video we're gonna focus on painting underneath the hood, the fenders, and we're also gonna paint this. It may seem simple, but this is actually a lot of work. We gotta do a lot of sanding, especially underneath that hood. I don't know what this stuff is that they painted on here. They say to primer it, but we'll see. We're gonna sand the inside of that hood and sand the edge of these fenders. We're not gonna paint the whole fender because after we paint like the insides and stuff, we're gonna put everything on nicely, and then we're gonna go ahead and paint the whole front end of the car, so it's all nice in one color, and it'll be a lot easier to paint and blend onto the car. So today that's what we're gonna focus on, is getting the inside of that hood and the fenders and this thing painted. This is gonna go over the engine, so let's get to that.
We're gonna go ahead and remove the hood. We're gonna pop it onto this stand over here, and we're gonna set it in the garage. It is pretty dang hot today, so the garage is a little bit cooler because I guess it's concrete. But yeah, we're gonna set in here, we're gonna work in here, and we're gonna sand in here also. So let's go ahead and set it inside the garage. Alright, so we got it set up in the garage here. Nice and smooth for the most part, but how are we gonna go about these edges? Just gonna smooth them out a little bit more.
Yeah, just gonna sand it, not too much. Once it's painted, it's gonna look really good.
Dude, check out that design though. That airflow can go right out.
The only thing I don't like is they use plastic right here, because look, it did have a little rip that I just noticed.
Yeah, that is kind of whack.
Yeah, well, they should have used metal right there, because look, it's not even...
It's weak.
Yeah, it's really weak. I didn't notice it till now.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna sand this inside of this hood. I might have to primer it too, so...
Yeah, because it is some sort of weird finish on it. Like something real slick. But the first thing, either way, is to sand it.
Oh yeah.
With what kind of grit?
I'm not sure right now. I'm gonna first test and read the instructions, and then I'll go from there. Before we start sanding this, we want to go ahead and run to a junkyard to see if they have any parts that we need, because we are looking for a passenger side fog light assembly, and we are also looking for an AC line, which right here during the impact it broke off. It just goes to the condenser. It's like a small AC line, so we're gonna go to the junkyard, see if he has one. If he does, it's gonna be better for us, because we're gonna go ahead and swap it out real quick and throw the front end together. That's what's gonna hold us back, is to wait on this AC line. So we're gonna go check it out, and we're gonna catch you guys there.
We are here. Look at that PT airport park. I just want to go check it out. Look at this. Look at this giant airport bus. Hello, anybody sleeping in here? Yeah, nothing good in here. I like to just come through their stuff. Oh, it's muddy today. I bet there's a ton of mosquitoes. Now, let's go find that Mustang. Look at it. Is that the Stang? What's he got? Has he got that AC line?
Oh, it's demolished. Dude, it got
V6?
slammed. The motor's pushed back too far to even take off the engine.
There's some stuff back here. This side
piece too.
This one?
Pull that out.
What is it?
It's for the bumper.
But what about this inner fender? Are we needing it?
Not at the moment.
Right.
Yeah, that's gonna be a lot of work to take that off. You gotta bring like a jack out.
I know, right? There's secret pathways here you gotta know to get around here faster. Look at this. Somebody already set this up. Anything good here? AC line?
Like somebody already took it.
Yeah. I'm looking for you.
Oh really?
Yeah.
Hey, you know see Bubblegum lives? He not working in garage no more?
The garage doors? Yeah.
No, suppose no, he quit.
He quit?
Yeah.
When?
I don't know, somebody else somebody.
Dang, son.
Yeah.
Hey, when are you guys gonna get some more Mustangs?
Huh?
We need more Mustangs.
Somewhere.
We need the...
One more over there. What are you looking for? Hey, you looking on inside the thing.
Yeah, I seen that one over there. There's another one right there. There's only 3.
You see one more?
Yeah, right here.
You see one behind you, trees over there saying for before you making bidding for me, remember? One over there.
Yeah?
Red one. Yeah.
A new one?
Red one, yeah,
Like
2015.
2015?
Yeah.
Alright, we're gonna go look at it.
Yeah, look at there, you're fine.
Alright, appreciate it.
Thank you, sir.
You know, our number 1.
Number 1 right here.
Yes, no making other Hector sang like me.
Oh, no.
Probably making mini Hector for no exactly like me.
Yeah, there's no other
I'm
Hector.
special. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? We the people.
Yeah, I like that, man. Take care. We'll see you around. All right, guys, we just made it back home. We couldn't find what we were looking for. We were looking for the fog light and what else were we looking for?
The AC line.
The AC line, which was mangled also at the junkyard, and just we couldn't come up with the fog light. So we're gonna have to order those online, and then we're just gonna move on to the next step here and focus on this hood.
Some advice on how to sand your guys' hood before painting, because I lost the instructions and I just wanted to...
Yeah, I can email it over to you.
Alright, so we're going to sand the inside of this hood. This is a gel coat, and there is a proper way of doing it with like a 220 grit, guide coat, whatnot. But I'm just going to use a 400 grit, wet sand it, and see how it turns out. I think it should be fine, because we're going to bully dog it and seal it before we paint it.
So we just stood the hood up. We washed it down a bit just to kind of see if we need to sand it anymore. We're gonna let it dry up, and then we're gonna inspect it a little bit more. But for the most part, we got it all sanded, and hopefully that's gonna be it for the sanding. So we're gonna let it dry in the sun a little bit, and then we're gonna take a further look at it. We did some final touches to the hood. It's drying. It's about ready. So we're gonna move on to this right here, this strut. What do you call this? Strut bar? Yeah. This strut bar here. And we're gonna color match it also. So we're gonna pop off this emblem here, and then we're gonna sand it. So let me go ahead and try to snip it, see what I can do. May have to drill them out. Got any of them plastic? These bad boys come in handy right here. Probably want to use that wide one that you have in your hand. And easy. Now we're gonna get that glue off and sand it.
So we took that emblem off, took all that little glue and stuff off of there. I'm gonna sand it with the 600, wet sand it all, and see how some of this stuff comes out. It looks like all surface scratches, so hopefully we get all this stuff off and have it nice and smooth, ready for some paint. Hopefully we can paint all this today.
This sanded down, the hood also drying. Now moving on to this fender, which we are going to spray on the inside here. So we're going to also have to remove it. One more bolt on this bracket. Now we are going to remove that little rubber piece.
Yeah, just on clips. So I'm gonna clean all this dirt off, and I'm just gonna sand these edges where it gets screwed on, like this edge right here. We're gonna spray this edge in here, all this, all around the edges. It's like all this stuff, all up in here, just every single edge around the whole fender. So when we do put it on the car, everything on the inside is painted, just the outside needs to be painted, so we can just spray it all in when it's all together.
All right, now that it's all washed up with a sponge, we're gonna go ahead and sand it with a 600 grit and some water. As it is super hot today, so we're not gonna paint just yet, but we're gonna prep the paint booth. We're gonna wash it down, give it a real nice clean, and then we're gonna wait till that sun goes down, and that's when we're gonna actually start painting. So we're gonna prep this paint booth up, clean some stuff up, and
clean all the walls. We're gonna wash
Yeah.
off all this walls just in case any dust is sitting anywhere. Just
Exactly.
clean everything up.
clean these boards up so we don't have any any dust particles or anything unnecessary. So that's what we're gonna do. So let's get to it. Alright guys, so the sun finally went down a bit. It's getting a lot cooler. This is how we got everything set up. Got the fender set up on this stand. Got this strut bar set up right there, suspended in the air. And the hood got also suspended by the tent there. It's gonna be really nice to paint this way. Easy to get to, easy to walk around, but we're just gonna be painting this side for now. And then later we'll paint the other side once it's ready for that. But For the most part, we're just gonna take care of these things. We still gotta wax and grease remove them, and a little bit more prepping before we could actually spray. Thomas catching butterflies. You gonna get them or not? How about I just get you instead? I'm just trying to pick you up. You're trying to fight me. Make sure no bugs start flying in, because it is starting to get dark and they love to go to the light. So what are you doing up there?
Taking up this mesh.
Open up that vent.
Yeah.
As soon as he's done with that, we're gonna go ahead and wax and grease remove everything. So I just got a wax and grease removed out of nowhere, out of the blue. As usual, a storm arrives, so I think we're about to have a storm, but I think we're still gonna paint, so we're not too worried about it. We're gonna try to work our way around it. Hopefully it doesn't get too windy and it doesn't blow our tent out of the water, or it doesn't blow our tent up or something. We'll see how it goes, but I think we'll still get it painted. It hasn't started raining yet, but it is really windy, so went ahead and covered up the engine bay of the Mustang since we got the hood in there. They're calling for hail, so we're gonna do it for hail, but I think we'll be all right. We've been through many a storm, so let's see how it goes.
Alright guys, so I'm going to use some of this blue base coat that I have right here. It's not the actual paint, it's just going to be the first coat. So I can go ahead and put a baseline blue on there, so whenever I do the second coat, it's going to be the actual paint. So go down and cover everything up really nicely. So that's what I'm going to do right now, is mix some of this blue up that we got. Make sure you do your ratios 2 to 1 on paint.
And hopefully that rain don't get to us.
Yeah, it might pass us by, but
as soon as we were getting ready to paint, the clouds started rolling in. Reducer? Dang, son. You're gonna blow the cat away. Thomas, get in here. It don't even faze you, does it, buddy? It's super dark over there, but we're still going at it, you know.
never stop.
We never stop, even for the rain. We're not gonna let anything stop us unless it blows the tent away. Then we're screwed.
Can you go open the door for me?
Yeah, let's go. We're on a mission. This is gonna be crazy if we pull this off.
Did you bring some of the filters in here?
Yeah, right there's 2 of them on the floor. I'm gonna go ahead and tack it right quick. Our tack cloth, I'm gonna go ahead and hit it. All right, so we got a tack cloth. Now he's gonna throw some of that, what is it called? Bulldog, whatever you wanna call it. Just the
adhesion promoter.
All right, go ahead and hit it. Alright guys, so the storm is passing by. The rain is slowly dying down, so I think we might have won this one. And we're gonna go ahead and spray it in. Alright, so he just mixed up a little bit more paint of the tent that we're going to use. Like, I guess you can call it the tent. So he's in there spraying another coat, and then on the last and final coat, we're actually going to throw the actual color of the car, the Mustang.
Yeah, that was just a tint coat. We just had a tinted blue, so we don't use too much of the good paint because that is expensive.
Oh yeah.
This should be the last coat and the final coat, and it should look really good. Had just enough mixed. Sprayed a coat on everything nicely. Did a little mist coat so the metallics will blend in. Had just enough paint, so we got lucky there. Now let's see how this clear coat turns out. The paint went down pretty good, so I'm hoping the clear goes down pretty good as well. I can't wait to see that paint. I can't wait to see what it looks like. I know it may not be exactly perfect underneath that hood, but
especially with the storm that was brewing.
So and plus it's underneath the hood, so I really don't throw clear underneath hoods, but this Cervini hood, I'm
definitely gonna do it.
See what it turns out to be.
It's gonna be worth it. Alright guys, so we got the Mustang pulled into the garage. We got the hood painted, the jam of the fender painted. Also, we got the strut bar painted. So the reason we pulled the Mustang in was because it's supposed to be raining, and we just didn't want the engine bay exposed overnight, just in case it does rain pretty hard. So we went ahead and pulled it inside. So we'll be showing you guys how the hood turned out and the rest of the stuff turned out tomorrow. See you then. Finally got some daylight, so let's go see how these parts turned out.
Fender, inside the fender looks good. Obviously, it ain't really that big of a deal. This strut brace right here looks really good. Other than one little, I don't know what that is, but that ain't a big deal. Looks really great. Can't wait to put it up to it. This hood, on the other hand, kind of ran into a problem while we were painting. We painted, and when the rain started, it happened to hit us as soon as we started painting, so it kind of left like a little haze to the clear coat. I'm thinking that the humidity got us on the last second, and that kind of sucks because it kind of bubbled up in some areas.
Yeah, it's pretty bad.
We might have to sand this down, probably with like a 600, and re-clear it if it don't go through the paint, which hopefully it doesn't. So that's probably what we're gonna do, is repaint the inside of this hood, because I want it nice and glossy in here, so it'll look really good.
Sure. Not repaint, we're just gonna
we might have to repaint it.
Yeah, if it comes down to it, which
it's not a big deal.
You don't want to paint while it's raining. That's like,
yeah. Well, like, it caught us in the last minute, so I couldn't really stop because I already threw the base coat down and stuff like that.
That stuff turned out great.
Yeah, we can go ahead and put this
little
stuff
stuff.
Alright guys, so that's pretty much it for this episode where we painted all this. The hood didn't turn out as we expected. We might be repainting that, sand it down, clear it, because I want it to look really nice underneath that Cervini hood, because it's going to look great. But other than that, these parts turned out pretty good. Stay tuned for the next video. We might be repainting that hood, and we'll be throwing on some more new parts on that Mustang.
Be sure to follow us on Instagram and get the inside scoop there at Goon Squad. Check us out. Also, be sure to check out goonsquad.com. Copy some merch, copy some decals, copy a hat, and support your boys. If you want to support the channel, you can become a Patreon, or you can visit our GoFundMe. The links are going to be down below. Be sure to like and subscribe, turn on your post notification, and we'll catch you next time. Peace.